I came to the Uintas with one goal: hike 100 miles in 7 days, completely alone. 4 days later, I was walking out. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish or not. Bye! And I am alone now. Let's get going. I just left the McKee Draw Trailhead. My plan is over the next 7 days to hike over 100 miles across the entire Uinta mountain range. I'll be following the Uinta Highline Trail, which goes all the way from the east side all the way to Hayden Pass. I'm doing this hike solo and unsupported, which means I have a week's worth of food in my backpack right now, and I'll be filtering water along the way. The Highline Trail is a remote wilderness trail with massive elevation gains. Total, I'll be going up and over 18,000 feet of elevation. I'll be passing over several high mountain passes, and hopefully, if I'm feeling good, I'll be doing a few side trips as well to summit some of the peaks like Lady Peak and Kings Peak, which is the highest peak in Utah. I'm actually feeling super stoked on this trip. I've been planning this out for a while, and I'm just starting out, and I've got plenty of energy, and I'm feeling great. All right, we've got our first wildlife encounter right up here, besides like squirrels and small things. Check it out. As you can see, we've got big, black, furry cows. There's a whole bunch of them right here. Hello there, cows. Don't mind me, I'm just walking through, disturbing your nap. A few of the things that make the Highline Trail difficult is it's very remote, it's got difficult terrain, and it has rapidly changing weather. So 1 hour it could be nice and sunny out, the next hour it could be thunderstorm, raining, or even snowing. But another thing that makes this trail difficult, especially the first section, is there are not a ton of great water sources for the first 25 miles or so. I'm just getting to about mile 4, and I've got a reservoir right in front of me that I'm hiking to, and this will be my last good water source for sure until about 20 miles from here. So I've got to get enough water now to last me through the rest of the day, through the night, and then also the first 5 miles or so of my hike tomorrow. Because it's my first day, my pack has all my food in it, which is about 11.5 pounds of food. I'm gonna go fill up 4 liters of water. Together, that's gonna make my pack very heavy. But I think it's necessary to have that water just in case none of the little streams in this next section of trail are flowing, which there's a good chance they aren't. I'm not loving the look of this water. It's pretty muddy all along the shore and pretty shallow. Might be difficult to get water out. But this is kind of my only option, so I guess I'm gonna give it a go. See if I can get water. Found a mushroom, a couple of them. No idea what kind those are. It is the end of day 1, about mile 12, and I'm making camp here. I was hoping to get to mile 15 today, but I kind of ran out of time, partially due to starting late, but also just having a very heavy backpack. I am feeling a lot less confident about completing this trip than I was this morning. It was a rough day. About mile 4, I stubbed my toe on a rock super hard, and my second toe, that tunnel is all the way black now. It turned black like super quick. And then I'm hoping it'll get better tomorrow. This section of trail, there's a span of 20 miles without any water, so I had to pack 4 liters of water with me today, and it was so heavy. Plus this is my first day of the trip still, so I've got 7, I started out with 7 days of food, over 11 pounds of food. I've got to figure out something tomorrow to make my pack lighter, or I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish or not. But I think if I can get down to 1.5 to 2 liters of water, and then each day I eat all my food, that's going to be about 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds depending on the day, my pack should start getting lighter and lighter before I get to some of the bigger passes. So that's my hope anyways. Also, I'm hoping to get a much earlier start tomorrow. I was going to show you guys my camp, but I am pretty tired. For tonight, I think I'm done. I'm gonna get some rest take a break first, then unpack my sleeping bag, and then eat some food and stuff. Oh, one other thing I wanted to mention is, the big why I'm doing this, right? Why did I go drive really far to this trail? I had to hike 100 miles alone by myself. So I've actually been interested in doing the Highline Trail for a while. I guess the first time I looked into it and got interested was about 6 or 7 years ago. I hiked Kings Peak with some friends, and when you get up to Anderson Pass and all the way up to Kings Peak, you just kind of see that massive valley going for miles, and then when you get up on Kings Peak, you can see it going the other direction as well, from the east to the west, and it just looked like incredible. And I remember seeing that and thinking like, wow, that'd be really cool if you could like hike that whole thing. And then I looked on the map, and sure enough, there's a trail there. So I kind of wanted to do it for a while, and I just I haven't found the time to do it yet. So today starts that goal. So hopefully I'm able to push through and complete it, and hopefully my pack doesn't give me too much problems with the weight. I'm guessing it's probably like 50 pounds a day, a little bit over, maybe probably a little bit like 55 with the food and water. Ideally, I'd have a pack like 30-35 max on a hike like this, or even less really, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I didn't pack very much stuff, so I'm not sure what I could have done to make my pack lighter other than maybe swapping out some of the heavier gear. But I'm going to rest tonight, and we'll see how I'm feeling again in the morning. Good night. So I've got pretty limited GoPro batteries for this trip. I don't really have a good way to recharge them because I have to keep my phone charged instead with my only power brick. But breakfast, I'm doing peanut butter jam and tortilla shell, and then I'm going to be headed out. We'll see how far I can get today. I'm supposed to be getting all the way, there's a short past Lady Peak, and I'm supposed to be getting to a lake over there, Fox Lake or something like that. Anyways, see how far I can make it. I've got to pack up my tent still, and then we'll see how the pack feels on my sore body today. My left hip's hurting pretty bad. Hopefully that pack's feeling a little bit lighter today. It's got only about 1.5 liters of water in it right now, so that's a lot better than the 4 I had yesterday. All right, I'm pack up and head out. Trail's a little faint this morning. You can see it here. Lots of spots. There's pretty much no trail. You just have to try to find the next cairn or follow your GPS. I could be wrong here, but I believe that little round mountain over there might be Lady Peak. And if so, I'm supposed to be getting all the way over there and past it today. looks pretty far from here. And I feel like I'm hiking fast. The miles just they're not stacking up quickly. So I don't know. I had to make up miles that I missed yesterday this morning. I'm already past where I originally planned to camp. But a lot of sections of this trail there have a lot of logs falling over them and slows things down. And I'm trying to make good distance. I have one of these sections of the trail like now that are a little bit easier. So I'm gonna put the camera away and see if I can put some distance behind me. All right, it's about 3 p.m. and I finally made it to my next water source, which is this stream right here. I'm also just eating lunch. I kind of was hoping to wait till I got to water today to do lunch because I was planning my first cooked meal of the day. In this case, mac and cheese with some ground beef in it. I ended up getting some freeze-dried hamburger and that's really good for after being out on the trail today. So the freeze-dried hamburger worked out well. It rehydrated decently, and cooking the mac and cheese was nice. And being right here next to the stream is nice as well because that will make cleanup afterwards a little bit easier. I'm gonna finish up eating here, and then I am attempting to get all the way to Dead Man Lake today, which is my backup plan for. Originally, I wanted to get across to, I think it's called White Rocks Lake, which is even further. But I'm going so slow between yesterday and today that I'm going to try to make it just to Dead Man's Lake, which will be about mile 30 miles in. I'm hoping I can get there tonight. We'll see. If not, I'm going to have to camp somewhere before then, maybe if I can find a stream or something. Also, if you didn't notice, I'm recording on my phone right now because an allocated GoPro battery for the day has died. So I've only got 4 GoPro batteries. I don't really have enough charger brick to recharge them all. So I've got 1 battery for day 1 and 2. Kind of, 1 battery per every 2 days. And for some reason, my first one died really quick. Other than feeling completely exhausted and wishing my pack was 15 pounds lighter, I'm doing all right. Gonna see how far we make it today. I'll probably try to focus on just hiking and check back in once I get camp set up tonight, assuming I make it that far. Bye. I'm at Dead Man's Lake. It's getting dark soon. I haven't eaten dinner yet. Just getting camp set up. I don't think I'm gonna make it to the end of this. I think my pack is just way too heavy for what I'm trying to do. So I don't know. I'm feeling pretty discouraged tonight and a little bummed, but I'm just like my back and shoulders and hips are all killing me for my pack. Also got a little bit of elevation sickness, so I feel nauseous and just overall not awesome. Did see a cool deer though, and this campsite's actually super cool. I'll maybe try to get a video of it if I can before bed, otherwise maybe in the morning, but like right next to Dead Man's Lake. So alright, that's it for tonight. Bye. Good morning on day 3. About ready to eat some breakfast, cook some breakfast up here, but figured I'd show you a quick tour of my campsite. Set up my tent here between the small grove of trees, and right through here is Dead Man Lake. Had some, I don't know if you can see in the video, but over that way there's some cows to keep me company last night. Feeling pretty tired this morning. I didn't sleep great last night. cows are kind of loud, but also just, I don't know, I just didn't sleep. So I slept better the first night, even though I felt like I was more tired physically last night. I'll tell you what, I definitely should have figured out my pack a little better. I don't think really anything in there that I would have wanted to not have with me, but maybe I could have just gotten a few more pieces of lightweight gear, like I don't know, maybe just a lighter pack would be a good one. But anyways, got a pretty good view of this valley behind me. I think this morning I'm going to be heading up and over this little mountain here. I've got some green tea over here that is steeping, and I'm going to be making some scrambled eggs. So this is just powdered eggs with some powdered butter, salt and pepper in there. And then I'm just going to add in some water and then cook it up like you would normal scrambled eggs. Got that all mixed up pretty good. Just going to set it down on the stove now. And we're going to turn that down a little bit lower, so I don't want to cook too high on cooking eggs. All right, and then I'll just they'll just cook up like regular scrambled eggs at this point. So stuck the eggs in this tortilla shell, so I've got a little bit of a egg burrito. It's pretty good. All right, day 3 headed out. Getting a bit of a late start today. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me, but it was nice to take it easy this morning. Let's see how far we can get today. That's White Rock Lake right there. That was my first pick for yesterday's camp spot. There's a kind of a roller coaster of emotions out here as I'm hiking. Last night when I got to camp, I was so exhausted and tired that I was just ready to be done. And I was planning on bailing today. There's a lake a few miles up where you can drive all the way to. There's a trailhead there, so I was gonna bail there and be done, but I'm not sure. I'm feeling a lot better this morning. The short uphill I did to get up and over the first mountain didn't feel great, but I've just been cruising downhill since then. I'm thinking I might just try to get all the way to Fox Lake tonight, and we're gonna see how I feel. I may end up bailing down Henry's Fork here in a day or two if I'm not feeling it. But my pack is getting slightly lighter every day that I eat more food, and I think I'm getting a little bit more acclimatized to the elevation. I guess we'll see on this next pass once I start going up again how that feels. And also, I guess, to be fair, I was feeling pretty good yesterday for the first 6 miles or so. So I guess we'll see how I feel here in a few more miles. Alright, let's go take a look at that lake. It's raining right now. It's not too bad. It was actually just coming down a little bit harder. It's letting up a bit. You can see all the ripples there. Hopefully it doesn't rain too hard today. I've still got a ways to go if I want to get to Fox Lake, and setting up camp on a wet ground or in the rain always sucks, so we'll see how it goes. I'm at Chipeta Lake right now. There's a pretty good thunderstorm going on. I took shelter here. There's an outhouse So I'm just like at the entrance to it. See it's raining out there. I'm gonna hang out here for a bit, see what happens, see if this blows over or if it keeps going. I'm worried it might be pretty bad tonight. Maybe I'll try to make some lunch while I'm here. Well, here it is, Chipeta Lake. I do not think that I am going to be able to make it up and over North Pole Pass tonight, which is where I would need to go to get to Fox Lake. So I think at this point, as discouraging as it is, I'm planning on bailing on the Highline Trail. I've done 6 miles today, and it wasn't too bad getting to here, but still another 10 miles to get to Fox Lake. And if I kept going only 8 miles a day, it'd feel more doable, but I don't have the time to extend the trip that much. And also I'm a little bit worried about weather. There's supposed to be some storms tonight and tomorrow, so I just don't want to deal with it at this point, especially with how tired I've been getting to camp the last couple nights. Unfortunately, this bell point that I picked it because there's a road that comes all the way here, but I didn't realize it's quite as long of a drive as it is. So it takes 4 hours to get here, driving one way for Haley to come pick me up. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to start hiking down the road to hopefully shorten some of that time. And I don't even know if she's going to be able to get me tonight, or if I'm going to have to camp along the way somewhere and get her right out tomorrow. So pretty bummed about having to bail, but maybe I'll have to give the Highline Trail a go again another time. If I was doing it again right now, I would either A, plan on shorter days so that I'm not as exhausted, or B, which is the preferred option, would be figure out a much lighter pack. I'm back at the outhouse at my stuff. Hopefully Haley can make it tonight. If not, I guess I'll find somewhere to camp, and hopefully it doesn't rain clear until then, because I don't like setting up camp in the rain. If you've got any recommendations of things to help make your pack lighter or make this trail easier, let me know in the comments below. I'm hiking down the road a few miles, see if I can get to a good campsite down here, and also to shorten the distance that Haley has to drive tomorrow. But this rain is making it annoying. Although at this point, I kind of gotta wait till the rain dies down a bit. I don't want to try to set up camp when it's raining hard like this. Check this out though. Pretty cool looking. This will be my final campground of the trip. I hiked down the road a few miles, and I don't know that it's going to save a ton of time tomorrow, but this looks like a nice spot to spend the night, and the rain has stopped. All right, day 4 of the Highline Trail, or at this point I should say bailing from the Highline Trail. It's 11 a.m. It kind of took a slow morning today, let things dry out a little bit from the rain yesterday. But I'm all packed up now. Haley is on her way to pick me up She should be here within an hour, hour and a half. I'm just gonna start hiking down the road, see how far I can get. Maybe I can get a couple miles in. Today's looking like a decent day, although I think there's supposed to be thunderstorms again this afternoon. That spot I camped last night was pretty neat. There was a game trail just a little bit behind my camp, headed over towards the creek, and there's kind of also an opening near the creek as well. Between last night and this morning, I saw probably 5 deer and a moose. So that was pretty cool. One of the deer got really close, walked through my camp. That was kind of neat to see up close. The moose was very far away, and I didn't have a camera on me when I saw it, so no footage there, but pretty cool spot. Anyways, this is the view I'll be looking at now until I see that beautiful blue Subaru. All right, bye. There she is. Hooray! I'm so happy to see that car. All right, if you watched it this far, well, thanks for watching, and bye.